The following presentation is brought to you through the paid memberships of NotaryStars.com, the only notary training platform and resource library with over 150 hours of training on every loan product under the sun. Together with our sister website, OnlineNotariesPublic.com, which focuses on notaries who are pioneering in remote online notary, we strive to give you a safe place to ask questions, get answers, gain confidence in your notary career, and achieve success without overfabricating the truths about our industry. If you would like to support us, please consider liking this video, subscribing to our channel, sharing this video with a colleague, or becoming a member and trusting us to help you achieve the level of success you desire.
Hey there, friends. Welcome to Monday General Mentorship. Let me mute my phone. Got too many ends going on here. It's 2025 already. Did you miss us? We missed you for certain. There's a phrase, if you want to be heard, whisper. It means that to truly capture the attention of someone and make your message impactful, you should speak quietly. Well, I'm sorry, we will not be speaking quietly this evening as we have so much to talk about and share with you that is new for 2025. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out with your notary journey, get ready for an awesome hour. When I reflect back to where we started 6 years ago with just Ronnie to now with 4 instructors, a graphics tech person, an accountant, along with 23 support persons behind the scenes, all at our disposal, it just blows my mind. This year, we've added even one more to the roster. I can't talk tonight, I'm sorry. It's my first time, I feel like. First time for 2025. So let's take a minute and meet your mentors. My name is Beth Hathout, lead instructor for Notary Stars. Ronnie Mickle, our visionary founder and marketing mastermind. Kirsten Bly, your go-to notary liaison, guiding you on your new notary journey. Manuel Puga, your bilingual Spanish instructor, making notary knowledge accessible to all. And someone new, Amy Seitz from Cyberrise It, is joining us twice a month to bring you vital training and information for your remote online notarization processes. We also have training schedule changes that members will need to keep their eyes on the calendar of live events. It has changed up completely from what it has been in the past few years. Also, please keep your eye on the chat for links and other information throughout the evening. The interactive chat for us has been turned off tonight because we have so much to talk about with you. And we just want to make sure that you don't miss the links that we post. So we're going to just kind of keep it clean tonight. If you could do just a couple of things, though, update your Zoom label with your state abbreviation. So other notaries know what state you're in. Show your face. Come on, guys, turn on your cameras. It's 2025. We're all adults. We know what we're doing here. We can shine, we can smile, we can show our faces. There you go, June. It just makes it a whole lot easier for us when we can see your face. Get involved during our question and answer session tonight. So ask your questions by raising your virtual hand to participate, or add a tip or trick that you want to share with anybody in the group. We are right at 136 members logged on right now, Mr. Ronnie. I think we're clear for takeoff. Can you talk about what's new in classes that we rolled out for 2025?
Well, actually, I want everybody to talk about it, but let's start with Mondays. For the last couple of years, we've done, classes per day, multiple classes, and it's just so much that you guys are sometimes spending too much time in class and not out in the field. And we want you guys to take advantage of the amazing work that Beth has put into our step-by-step, page-by-page training that's on the site. So let's talk about what we're going to be doing. So from now on, there will only be one class on Monday, and that's going to be Monday General Mentorship. This is going to be where anybody who's not even a member can bring questions about their notary business, documents. They can bring remote online notary questions, but the key is you only get an hour with us. Tuesdays, Kirsten, why don't you tell us what's going to happen on Tuesdays?
So Tuesdays is going to be Tuesday Neat, Notary Education and Training. So that's what the NEAT stands for. I'll be teaching different aspects and skills of our jobs as a notary public. Tuesday classes are for new notaries, but also seasoned existing notaries who want to fine-tune their notary skills. This week's class is going to be all about profiles, why you need them, how to optimize your profile for the different signing companies and social medias. But we also have an exclusive, excellent marketing tip that will be coming at you tomorrow morning by email, but I'm going to go a little bit more in depth during my class tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific, right? 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Arizona time.
Good,
No,
yeah.
yes. No,
Yep.
5 p.m. Arizona time. Right?
5 p.m. Arizona time, 4 p.m. Pacific. You got it.
There we go.
One of those. It's on the calendar link.
And then Kirsten, we're also starting to send out a exclusive marketing tip every week. So all members, not just people who are able to come for free, we're actually putting together, and we already have 52 marketing tips that if you do even just half of these throughout the year, you're going to look back and be like, wow, this really changed my business in a lot of good ways. And we are going for bite-sized information this year because we know we've been a lot for the last 5 years. We still all everything on the site, but we want to be able to get it to you in smaller waves. So we're going to email you guys tomorrow morning that are members a very unique marketing tip that you can implement right then and there. Won't take you very long to do. And in the evening, Kirsten's going to actually go over that marketing tip on screen if you have any problems implementing it. So that'll be a part of that class as well. And then Miss Beth, let's move into Wednesdays and what you're doing. You've really put together something pretty awesome. I hope you spell out the acronym for everybody. And why don't you tell them what the file of the week is so that they can get prepared for the rest of the week?
Well, Wednesday's class is called SAUCE, Signing Agent Ultimate Continuing Education. So Wednesday SAUCE. Grandma would say Sunday gravy. I'm gotta do Wednesday SAUCE. So on Wednesdays, guys, and tonight I'm going to tell you what the file is that we're reviewing on Wednesday because it requires some input or some work on your part. You need to go to the website and look for, let me see, this is going to be the buyer new construction file. Let me copy this link. Oh, Kirsten's got it. Oh, no, she doesn't. Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Yes, she does. I'm going to copy and paste that link for the module that this file is in. You need to go to the website if you're a member. And in buyer module 4, you're going to find a file that has a kapow sticker on it. Okay, that's the file that we're teaching on Wednesday. But on Monday, sometime between Monday and Wednesday, you need to access that file on the website, watch the video, download the worksheet, and bring that worksheet to class with you on Wednesday. So Wednesday, we're going to go over that file. We're going to talk really in depth about how we're identifying what type of loan it is, looking at the documents and creating those scripts specifically through a process we call pass or play, meaning we're going to spin the wheel with your name on it. You, if you are chosen, will get an opportunity to practice your script live in front of everybody else in the class. Come on, we're adults, we can do this, right? And fine tune that, train your brain to spit out those scripts regardless of what else is going on around you. Okay, we're also going to have bingo night. Those bingo questions are answers on your bingo cards, but it's not just about that. We're letting you collect points for showing up, for turning on your cameras, for participating in bingo or pass or play. Those accumulated points could win you a $25 gift card at the end of each month. So some adult incentive to get you to participate in class. We're no longer going to, spoon feed all of this to you. You're going to have to work for this information just a little bit. Studies have shown if you work at it, if you revisit that information more than once over a short 3-day period, watching it on Monday, going over it on Wednesday, your brain perceives the information to be important and will remember it. This is where I'm trying to get you guys to the point where you remember what's happening on these files.
And Miss Beth, I have to say, a lot of our partners this year have implemented a policy that we implemented at Unlimited Inc. And this is why we're kind of changing it up, because we got to get it driven home. Business is coming back in 2025. We have seen interest rates fall. The mortgage rates are soon going to be fall after, crossing fingers. We've already seen business pick up because people are getting geared toward this. Our largest clients at Unlimited Inc. have said if a notary makes an error, they cannot work for 30 days. You may think that that is so harsh, but there are notaries who go years without making a mistake on a file. Years. And, Beth and I calculated today, out of the thousands of files that they do, there's still a 12% error rate, and those notaries will be taken out of rotation. But our partners are also adopting this. So we have a lot of signing services that turn to Notary Stars to pull from the list. And it will be their error, so you won't be able to work with them. But a lot of them are adopting this policy because quality has to come up so that they can keep giving you the files. I'm really excited about this sauce class. And by the way, guys, I've already started designing t-shirts for it. Okay, like we're getting saucy this year. We're gonna have lots of stuff for sauce. It's the cutest name ever. And just remember, signing agent ultimate continuing education. That is what Beth is bringing to you. She has been bringing it for a long time, and will continue to bring it to you. So I'm so proud to be working with you, Miss Beth. You keep us in check. I mean, I think I was here trying to roll the stone for like the first year, and then you came along and just, now we've got this big team. I just love it. Let's get through the next two classes, and then Manuel has something to say, because we have so much to go over tonight, guys. We're already 11 minutes in. Thursdays, I'm just say it like this. You guys can either hear it or not hear it, put it in your brain. For those of you that have been reluctant to take my marketing course, I am definitely not the person who's teaching you how to get cookies and walk in the door, because that's a waste of money. I actually teach digital marketing and in-person marketing. I teach 2 classes on Thursdays that will not change. On January 15th, every person that's a part of my marketing course, the last seminar that I did, I've been doing seminars and I'm tired of doing the seminars. I'm tired of building websites one by one and charging so much money. So during the last seminar, I actually promised everybody who attended and all my marketing students that I would build the perfect website template. So from now on, everyone who is a part of my course, and here's the thing is better than my website. I'm actually going to change my website over to this template. As teaching you guys, I have built a plug and play template that on January 15th, you'd have to sign a contract saying that you can't duplicate it, you can't take it, can't steal it, that sort of thing. It is for the marketing students. But if you ever thought that you hate seeing Notary Stars come up or Unlimited Ink come up, or anybody in our group coming up in your area, you might want to get on board, because this website is meant for local and national use. Okay, it is the most massive website out the gate that you'll ever have. I'll leave it at that. I'll do a special unrolling on around January 15th. The marketing students are getting it first. But it's going to be a game changer for this industry. And I'll just say this, no one else in this industry has the credentials that I have for building websites or search engine optimization. I actually have a status with Wix.com. WordPress doesn't offer one. People might call themselves experts. I actually went through jumping through the rings of fire to get that status. I mean, it's actually, you have to build lots of websites. And if you're in my marketing course, you'll see I've built hundreds of websites that work. None of my marketing students are dissatisfied unless they don't put in the effort, but the ones that do put in the effort, they're very happy about it. So that's coming on January 15th. I want to move on to Amy, because we've got to keep this rolling along. Amy, I want to welcome you to, well, here's the thing. I feel like I'm welcoming you, but not welcoming you. That, you know what I mean? Like, you've been a part of the Notary Stars community for a very long time. And I feel like the stars have just aligned. And if you guys don't know Amy, I want to preface this, and you could talk about on Fridays what to look forward to. Travis and I have Amy on speed dial at Unlimited Inc. And anytime that we have a question about remote online notarization, we call you, and you're always available, and you always help us, and you've never asked for one single thing, not one time. And we've brought Amy here. We've never paid her $1 in the 5 years that we've been in the realm. She's never asked for anything. I know that a lot of people have are wondering about, you know, the previous instructor, Mr. Bill. We have a wonderful relationship with him. The times have changed to move in a different direction, and that's just where we're going this year. Amy owns a remote online notary platform, so she has to know what's going on in all 50 states and all the laws and be available for notaries. And so I want to say welcome. Welcome to behind the scenes, Amy, because, you know, she said in our first meeting with us today, welcome to this community. You've been a part of it for a long time. And so tell us what we can expect coming from you as a Ron instructor.
Wait, does that mean we're not paying her now?
No, we're paying her. She's getting payment now.
Awesome.
Thank you for all. You were an intern for 5 years. No, you were the most underpaid intern of all time. And I will say I'm looking forward to what we're going to do together in the future. But tell us what we can expect on Fridays.
Oh, definitely, definitely. So I wrote something really quick here. I'm really excited to start this year off adding this to my repertoire. In addition to teaching here, I also teach state certified training. So I'm not new as a teacher, but we are going to take time to review some of the old videos and get them updated because laws do change. And I actually got an email today for Pennsylvania. The new law packet is 172 pages for the notaries. So, and it's not released yet. So it's one of those things that having me as the instructor, you'll get a little insider information sometimes, but it's going to be great. And I really want to help get you to launch your virtual business successfully this year. And you can do it. I did it in 7 weeks. You could definitely do it in a year. So.
Definitely. Thank you, Amy. We're really happy to have you here at, you know, I always tell you I love you. Like you're not only a great instructor, you're a great friend, great colleague. You fit all the boxes. So this is going to be great working together.
I appreciate you all too. The South is kicking in there.
Miss Beth, I think we have one more person that we need to go through, right?
Mr. Manuel.
Yes.
Mr.
Hello, everyone.
There you are. Go ahead.
I was ready. I was ready. Hey, all I got to say is that I'm just so happy to be part of Notary Stars and serve as the Notary Stars Spanish Notary instructor. It is really, really my honor to record Mrs. Beth's recording in Spanish. And my goal for 2025 is to attend to Mrs. Beth and Mrs. Kristen classes so that if any of you have any questions, I am available for you. And thank you for being here tonight.
And Manuel, why don't we hear just a little snippet of that in Spanish?
Hola, si necesitan ayuda en español con cualquier pregunta que tengan, cómo dirigir al firmante cuando estén en la mesa, tienen mi número de teléfono y también mi número, correo electrónico por si tienen alguna pregunta, me hablan.
I'm taking you to the bar and you're going to get me that whiskey that I've been trying to get off the top shelf for years, but I don't know how to pronounce it. So there you go. I'm so happy to have you here. You know, I will say this, guys, we are trying to be much more broad and inclusive this year with the Spanish speaking community. I think it's probably one of the most underrated communities in this industry. We have, what I mean by that is, in Phoenix, if I do a search within 25 miles, there'll be 260 notaries, 15 Spanish-speaking notaries. And I think it's time we start looking to our Spanish-speaking community and letting them know that this job is available, that how to market themselves, that sort of thing, how to do this job. Because I live in Arizona and more people speak Spanish than they do English in certain areas, you know, and I can't do the signings. And then when we have to get a signing, we only have so many notaries to pick from. We need to be able to expand the the Spanish speaking community to get it there, to get enough to fill the orders. And with 2025 coming, if you speak Spanish, if you're bilingual, please get in there, go after everything Manuel's putting down, because you're highly sought after in a lot of areas. And I know I'm not the only signing service that has that problem.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of, I'm sorry, Manuel, I was just going to say, I've heard a lot of Spanish speaking notaries who will not take a Spanish signing because they're afraid of the word-to-word translation. And that's why we have Manuel to teach you.
And what I was going to add to that, it's that even though we are bilingual, right, when it comes to conducting a signing, I find myself, sometimes struggling, like, because it's words that we use when we're conducting a signing is not the words that we use on a regular basis. So that's why watching the recording videos in Spanish is really helpful, so that you guys can make notes of certain words. How do you say certain, how to describe certain documents in Spanish.
And we appreciate that. Thank you, Manuel. We've got a couple of hands up, Ronnie, but really quickly, I just want to make this quick announcement. Just want to make sure that everybody stays tuned for the winner of the Starry Night drawing contest at the end of tonight's session. We have one more important announcement that Ronnie feels every notary needs to be aware of before we proceed.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to preface this, and then I want you to know something, okay? I do not read off a teleprompter like Beth does. She does our introduction like nobody's business. I can talk off the cuff and from the heart like a preacher. But when it comes to reading, if I stutter, please don't make fun of me, but I wrote it down and I went over it with the team twice to make sure that we got it clear, concise, and done. After I make this statement, we are not going to talk about it the rest of the night. Okay, but it is something that you need to know, you need to be aware of, and you need to tap another notary and let them know this is happening. So I'm going to read this, and I'm putting this over the screen so nobody can see me. It's been brought to our attention that there is a notary out of Florida who is contacting local and remote online notaries across the country to intimidate them into giving up their notary careers. He is connecting with notaries in two ways. First, he is reaching out to them by phone and asking lots of questions, hoping to trip the notary up in their conversation so that he can file a complaint against the notary. Another way that he's connecting is setting up fake appointments by stating that he is booking the appointment for another person. Then he actually attends the remote online notary session. And by the way, he's recording the conversations by phone and sometimes publicly posting them, berating the notaries. And I'm not kidding about that, okay? We want you to know that this is harassment and you do not have to allow it to happen to you. In order to stop this, I'm encouraging everyone, any notary out there that's been or is being intimidated, to file a police report. Even if you think he caught you in something, I'm going to go off the script for a second. Even if you think he caught you in something, unless there was actual damage done, he's never going to get very far with it. But there has actually been one or two notaries that have resigned from their commission. If we as a community band together, we can stop this bully from enforcing good notaries who are on their way to greatness to shut their doors. If you wind up on the phone with him, just hang up. If you wind up on the Ron session with him, I will tell you, you can't deny a notarization, but you can accidentally end the session and conveniently not be available to reconnect. How do you do this? Shut off your Wi-Fi, end the session accidentally. I don't know what your platform does if it notifies them that you ended it, but you can actually just end the session. Suggest he goes to one of the, after that, just suggest he goes to one of the open call programs. Oh, I'm sorry, I have another appointment after you, but you can go to Notarize, Blue Notary, they have open call. You can just get this notarized there. If you want more information about this, you can look in our Facebook group. It's posted, and there was a whole session about me this weekend with his 7 people. That, by the way, every member of that group has 9 to 11 blacklists against them in signing order. And now 1 more because I didn't know that they were, and we ejected them from our group. They've actually been in our group for a while, but now it's time to move on to more important things. You know, if you speak of the devil appears. We're going to move on and talk about all of your questions that have come in. And I just want you guys to know, you can go to the Facebook group, the person's in there, you can look them up, you can look up their business and block them, and let's move on to something better. If you file a police report though, guys, which I'm encouraging you to do, please send it to me because we've already collected quite a few of them. There might be people who are afraid. I'm not. And I told Beth this earlier, I know I'm going off script. We got 206 people here. 206 people times 5. Go out and tell 5 people tomorrow about this. Go out and tell 5 people to look at the post, 5 people to watch the replay here. We can reach 1,000 notaries, which is probably the full workforce, actually, of people who are full-time out there. I feel so passionately about this, and he's already said he's going to file a lawsuit against me for defamation. I already have him tripped up of himself saying that he's recorded conversations, that he's done these things, that he sent us sent one of our notaries the affidavits. You can't sue someone for slander unless you can't, if that person can prove that it's true. So I can prove that you're a piece of, I'll leave it at that. So now let's move on. You guys know I get passionate. I'm so sorry, Miss Beth. I know Miss Beth is like, Ronnie is going to go for 20 minutes on this. I'm not. I stopped myself before I went. I appreciate all of you having your cameras on, but I'm just not the guy that you're going to come into my neighborhood and start berating people and hurting people. If you want to help people, pull them aside and say, you didn't do that right. Let's do it right the next time. Call yourself a leader, be a leader. Now we can move on. And by the way, we're not talking about this the rest of the night.
No. Deal. Let's get some hands up answered before we move on. I want to tell you really quickly, I'm so happy to be able to present this to you guys. If you're a member of Notary Stars, on our website, we have now, because hey, it's tax season, right? It's the end of the year. We're starting to pull our 10 numbers together so we can give them to our accountant and all this stuff. We have a fillable invoice on the website for anyone who doesn't have their own accounting system that will pop out an invoice when you need it. Now you can go to the website, use that fillable invoice that we have available for you on the website. It emails it back to you, and you can do whatever you need to with it. Print it, email it on to your hiring party. It's all there for you. Anyway, something else we're trying to do to make your lives easier without having to spend any more money. Luz, you've been so patient with your hand up over there. Would you like to unmute and ask your question?
Hello, everyone. I'm always patient because I know I'm going to learn something tonight. So my question is with regards to sign-ins with foreign residents. When I know there's limitations, there's a handful of countries that have limitations, especially in Florida, with buying property in the US, like Russia, China, North Korea, so Venezuela. But when it comes to selling and doing quick claims, are there any limitations as well for foreign residents on these countries?
Wait, what state are you in, Luz?
Virginia.
You're in Virginia.
Yeah,
Okay,
so we can do, foreign sign-ins in Virginia.
yes, and are you talking Ron or?
Yes, Ron.
It might be an Amy question.
I think so. And the answer is going to be a little elusive. The short end of the stick is you can sign a quick claim deed, a warranty deed for anyone that validates legally through your processes of ID validation. However, the accepting party may require specific platform conformity. So for instance, Fidelity, they actually say if they're not a US citizen, they don't want them to do RON. They want them to fly home. They want them to fly here. So you're going to have to check with the other agencies to see if it's going to be a problem or if there's a standard that they want you to utilize. Some may say, I only want you to do KBA. Some may say biometrics is fine. And we all know KBA, getting KBA on an international signer can be difficult. So it's one of those things. It is possible. You're just going to have to check a lot of boxes.
All right. Did that help, Luz? You got a thumbs up. Thank you, Amy. Perfect. Affy, you are up, my lady.
Miss Abby, before you go, Miss Beth, we have actually one of the two guests. One of them you probably don't know about, and I so apologize. But we have to make a little small announcement after Miss Abby goes.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, it's so wonderful to be back on. Mine's a really quick question. So you said to go on the training module for the bio file that we need to listen to and prepare for Wednesday's class, but I saw one that said, wait a minute, it's coming. It said new construction, non-borrowing title.
That's not it. That's why we put a kapow sticker on there. This one is a buyer, new construction, in a trust. And it's got a kapow
okay.
sticker on it. You see it?
I see it. I didn't understand what a kapow was, sorry. But
just says, hey, look at me. This is the file you want.
Oh, okay. So new construction in a trust is the one we want. Okay, thank you very much.
And Effie, the right below that is a download for the worksheet. That's what you want to.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't know which class. Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks for asking, though. That's great.
Miss Beth, I just want to do this really quick, and I'm so sorry I didn't go over this in the meeting before this. There's just something really quick we got to address. It's for California notaries, and I'm going to spotlight Kimberly Sennett. And Matt Miller's here too. If he wants to briefly after this, I'll make him a co-host just really quick, because we all, respect Matt on his thing. But I just made him a co-host. But well, Matt, if you give me just a second. So we brought Kimberly on to talk about this. There was an email sent out in another notary camp, and we're not trying to bash anybody, okay? Not at all. But there was something that went out that said in 2025, California will expand its provisions for remote online notarization, RON, allowing notaries to perform. Now that's the key. That's where they tripped up. It said perform remote online perform notarizations entirely online under stricter identity verification standards. What you need to know, notaries will be required to use RON platforms that comply with the state guidance for secure online identification, including two-factor authentication and biometric data. We brought Notary Academy on, Kimberly Sennett. I know Miss Laura, and so I'm going to call her Laura T because I have a hard time with her last name. Love you, Miss Laura. I'm going to actually pin you up here too, really quick. I think there she goes. Please forgive me on the last name. It's just hard. I'm trying to pin you both. Let's see. And that's about there we go. Now you're both up here. Miss Kimberly, can you just elaborate on this? Because I feel like it's kind of a misleading statement. I did call Matt Miller this morning just to make sure, because I was like, could this be true? I don't think it is.
No, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate you having us on and allowing us to come to our notary community to kind of get the facts. And I want you guys to know that that information that Ronnie just read is not true. Notary Academy is a vendor for the California Secretary of State. We teach the 6-hour class to become a notary and the 3-hour class to renew your notary commission. We are very passionate, the same way that Notary Stars is, about making sure that we take great care and responsibility in disseminating information to you guys. We really, truly try our hardest to make sure that we cross-check, reference, make sure that it does not get published unless it is fact, unless it is true. And we really, truly, I'm hot and passionate about it tonight because the individual that put this information out, you will see that they say that they are an instructor of the Notary Academy. They are not. They have been infringing our rights since September of 2022. We are currently in a legal lawsuit with them, and I do not want anybody to be confused, because the last thing I want is our California Secretary of State to believe that we are disseminating this information. We have had our attorney involved with letters today to the Notary Compliance Department of the SOS. And we want you guys to be very aware that you may not notarize documents online in the state of California, period. It will come in 2029 to 2030 is when the Secretary of State will do their technology overhaul. A consumer may get documents, a consumer in the state of California may have their documents notarized by a remote online notary, but a notary in the state of California cannot perform notarizations on those platforms. So I hope I've made that very clear tonight, because I want you guys, and I know Notary Stars is the same as us, we truly are passionate about helping you guys and making sure that you get the right information.
Yep. Thank you, Miss Kimberly. And by the way, guys, we have a session from Miss Laura Beaver coming up, and Kirsten, if you could post that in chat. I went to Notary Academy retreat over in Scottsdale because, you know, it's in my stomping ground. They were so kind to invite and, you know, share the stage. And then I got to see Laura Beaver's deliberate practice, and I was like, oh my God, you have to come do this at Notary Stars. And so we're doing registrations for that now. I did put up Matt, and Matt, I just want to let everybody know about the California League of Independent Notaries. Now, I know you guys both have advocacy things going on, but Matt, you know, we have a lot of respect for you. You're a voice around the country, not just in California, but you know, you have the California League of Independent Notaries, which is a website directory, lots of information. Is there anything that you wanted to say on the topic of remote online notarization? Do you just want to second that? Like, no, it's not legal yet? Because that was kind of a misleading statement, and I've actually received kind of quite a few. Matt was the first one I called this morning. Then I called Kimberly, and I was like, "Can y'all kind of like say something?" So Matt, can you just second that it's not legal for notaries to start trying to set up for remote online notary platforms in California?
Yes, and this is an ongoing issue in California and across the country. While California notaries are not yet authorized to perform online notarization, a California resident or business may seek the services of an online notary in another state. And as of right now, the law does not provide for California notaries to go online until at least 2030. It could be sooner, it could be later. We just don't know yet. Right now, with current conversations, the atmosphere, the temperature is that it won't be before 2030. And that is because the Secretary's office has other priorities that must be taken care of first. But, you know, stay tuned. Anything could change, but as of right now, that is not the case. And, you know, after further investigation into the article that was published, it looks and smells a lot like AI. And we all know that AI information is often inaccurate or incomplete. And we have reached out to the author of the blog article and asked for a correction and provided the updated information. So hopefully they will correct it, and all will be well.
Thank you guys for all coming here. You know, I always say this every time you're here, Matt. You're welcome anytime. We love getting updates from you. You know, I know life gets busy, but try to keep 5 minutes for Notary Stars. Notary Academy, we love you guys. At Unlimited Ink, I have you in my order saying like we only accept respectable training, and you guys are definitely listed. You guys have been a great partners the last we're going on 6 or 7 months now of just working together. So I really appreciate all of you for just taking a minute and kind of correcting the narrative, you know, together. Like it's not it's not about bashing other people when it comes to it's not about bashing other groups or anything. It's just we have a lot of responsibility as notaries, and one miscalculation could get us in trouble. And Matt pointed it out earlier to me on the phone. He goes, well, you know, if said they try to sign up for a remote online notary platform, they'd probably be denied. But let's face it, we know that remote online notary platforms make mistakes too. You know, and then you go out and you start doing these things, it could cause a conundrum. We've got about 20 minutes left, and we got hands raised and questions on the sheet. Miss Beth, get us back on track here.
Okay, let's go ahead and get Carol's question out of the way, and then we're going to look at the job forms that have come on and knock off a couple of those really quickly too. Hi, Miss Carol. Do you want to unmute and ask your question?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. Happy New Year to all the lovely people at Notary Stars. I have a monetary question. Okay. I paid the yearly subscription. Okay. So I'm all paid up until December of 2025 for the Notary Star membership level. Okay. Now, I was in the marketing class, but it was over my head in a lot of ways, technically. Okay. So now, from what I understand, Ronnie, you're going to go through step by step how to do the website. Is that a correct statement?
So, Miss
Because
Carol, I've always done step by step on how to build your own website.
But not in the actual class.
No, well, not in the actual class, but the videos are there. And so I will tell you, I love you and I know you, and I can drive up to your house if I need to tonight. I mean, it's a long drive.
Yeah, it is.
But I could get there. And I will tell you, if you had a hard time building it step by step, you may want to come back, because the website's already built for you. But some of the things I do talk about are a little bit more advanced. I know I have some students here, but it depends on everyone's desire to be able to get in there. And no offense, Miss Carol, but sometimes you didn't always come to class every single week.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, I understand. I totally, that's why I'm wondering if it's worth it for me, because I really do want to get a website.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, I know David Merkatz was here tonight. Let me make sure he's still here. And I just told him he's not here any long. Oh yeah, he is. He wanted Kirsten to pay Kirsten for some local SEO, and I said you would be wasting your money unless what we do you want to continue on with it. You can do it one time, but eventually that'll stop working because your competitors are continuing to work on their website. So honestly, Miss Carol, unless you're going to be committed to come to the classes or watch the replays of the classes, even the website's not going to help you. You're going to get it and it will crash and burn eventually, because you have to implement things to it. And there's no magic to marketing. It is an ongoing daily battle, which is why we started doing bite-sized pieces marketing the business, which we start tomorrow on emails. I don't want you to feel, and there's no age barrier on marketing your business. There's just will I take that time to do these things? Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's, I'm just not that technically advanced. You know what I'm saying? I've been in computers for 30, 40 years, but there's still stuff I don't know how to do. You know what I mean? And then I get to a part and I stop because I don't know what to do.
Well, I have a claim to fame. Butch is highly competing with Unlimited Ink Notary all over the country, not just for jails and hospitals. And he's 70 years old.
Great.
He is 70 years old, never touched a computer in his life, goes to the library to come to these meetings, and he's kicking my rear end because I'm too busy helping other people. So You know, if you can have a
Okay,
private conversation about it, but unless you're going to put in the time, you know,
right.
how did they say it? Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
Continue. Yeah,
It's kind of like that
exactly.
with marketing. You don't invest in it unless you're going to actually do.
Okay, you kind of, that's good. That is very good.
I
All
would
right,
love to. I would love a little bit more money every day, but I'm not going to take it from somebody just because I can. I'm going to tell you the truth.
right. Okay, sweetie, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, okay.
All right. Good. It's a
All
good
right.
thing, Carol, he just didn't go after you for the money, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. He wouldn't get much.
He didn't get much. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and take another hand that's up. Terry Joe, would you like to unmute and ask your question?
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Terry.
My question is really for Amy regarding Cyberize It. I was on another platform recently, and I came across a problem. The platform is based out of California, and I'm in Florida. And in Florida, we're allowed to be a witness on our real estate signings, on the deeds. We can be a witness and the notary. This particular platform didn't have that set up, saying we could not, and I was unable to actually witness. And so I had to actually cancel the meeting, and he had to go find another witness to come back on. I am wondering, how does your website, your platform work for different laws in different states?
So I would love for you to email me to tell me which platform, because I think it probably was doable. They just didn't know how to give you that answer. They probably didn't know how to properly describe this. But when you're tagging a document in any RON platform, you can apply your signature anywhere on that document. So all you had to do is put the signature on the witness line and put your signature on the notary certificate. And now you're the witness and the notary. Get it? But yes, that is totally doable in our system. I think it's just a matter of learning that soft skill of tagging, which is true with any platform that you would utilize.
One of the issues was there was nobody available to answer my questions. And it was at 12 o'clock noon Florida time, 9 a.m. their time, and there was just nobody there. So, I mean, I don't even want to go back to that platform, but I want
And
to
I'm
be
not
on a
saying you have
platform.
to. I'd love to have you. I'm just saying I didn't want someone to think that it wasn't possible with other technology too. So it just sounds like it's a tagging training where you know where to put the placement of the tags. And, you know, if you wanted to, I'm more than happy to take you.
Does your platform offer people during business hours available to answer questions if we're in the middle of a signing and what now? We can't get a hold of anyone.
I actually have my phone on. I'm the only tech support there is. And you text me and I text you back. And if I don't text you back within a couple of minutes, keep texting me. Okay. Because sometimes I don't hear the phone right away. But yes, we have a special line that's not public for anyone else to see. And it comes right into me.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Amy.
Good questions, Terry Joe. Thank you, Amy. We do have one special guest here. I can't find her. Delora, can you put your hand up so I can find you in the group? And we will get you unmuted. Delora is our partner for health insurance. She is our health insurance liaison. Do you see her, Kirsten? I know she's here. Can you unmute Delora? And
I don't see her.
yeah, she's here.
Hey everybody, can you hear me okay?
There you are.
There we go.
All right,
Thanks
good.
for popping in, Delora. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to be here. I just wanted to stop in and introduce myself. My name's Delora, and like Beth said, I'm here to help you with all of your health insurance questions and needs and help get you set up. especially as a self-employed person. There are plans specifically made for you out there. So I'm here to navigate all of that stuff for you and help show you what's available in your state. You can contact me anytime, set an appointment. Right now is the very tail end of open enrollment. So if you don't have health insurance yet for 2025, you have, today's the 6th, you have 9 days. That's it. To get on the marketplace. Now, my plans are not with the marketplace, so there is no open enrollment, but you don't want to wait until after it's over in case you don't qualify for a private plan. You do need to get on the marketplace. So don't waste time. Don't wait till the last minute. If you haven't got your health insurance yet, then let me know and I'll help you through that.
Thank you, Delora. And guys, if you aren't aware of this yet, one of the worst pieces of insurance that you can be without at any given time is health insurance. Anything can happen. Anything. Thanks so much, Delora. We appreciate you.
And Miss Delora,
Absolutely.
thank you for helping me get health insurance this last month. If you guys know, I went through a life change thing, went through with her. I wound up having to go to the marketplace, but Delora walked me through everything. I got the best insurance that, well, not the best insurance that money can buy, the best that the marketplace will give you. We'll leave it at that. But Delora walked me through everything, even though she won't make a commission off of that. I really appreciate everything you did for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here for you guys. So just let me know if I can help. And I like your hairdo.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, Delora. Hey guys, one thing on our jot forms that were sent in, I want to go over before we get back to hands up. We've got 10 minutes left. This one will be really quick. This notary wrote in and said a signing service wanted me to take 2 signature pages, which had notarial certificates, both acknowledgments, below the signature lines to a signer without the accompanying documents. I refused, and the owner of the signing service became angry with me and said it's perfectly legal. I refused to do this. In the end, he sent me 2 identical warranty deeds, one for each certificate, and I will identify warranty deed of number 1 of 2 and 2 of 2 on the documents. I just wanted to point this out to you guys that sometimes when you are taking loan signing jobs or even general notary work that comes through a signing service or a distribution type of platform, they don't always know what's legal. I dare say that's illegal in every state to have someone sign a document for pages that they never saw. Is not a good place to be as a notary. You need to have the entire document before you collect those signatures or complete those certificates. Just wanted to point this out to you that you need to know your own state laws because you will be asked to do a number of things that are unlawful, downright illegal, and sometimes immoral. Right? And that can come even from an attorney's office. We have a tendency to get a little intimidated when the attorney is asking us to do something or the title company is asking us to do something. Just know that they don't always, their main goal is to get the document signed, but they don't always have our best interests at heart, or they don't always know what the laws are. So I just wanted to throw that out there really quickly. Stacy's been really patient, Mr. Ronnie. Should we go ahead and get Stacy's question here?
Let's do that, and then we'll try to get one more question in, depending on how long this takes, and then we'll get the drawing going because somebody's going to win $250.
Yeah, yes. All right, Stacy, go ahead and unmute. Ask your question.
Okay. Hello. Good evening. Thank you for taking my question. Hopefully it's really quick. I just wanted to know how long should it take to do a notarization when you go to someone's house and it's just maybe 2 documents, but the documents have to have the Florida notarial wording in them. So I have to write a couple things in the notarial certificate, and they're paying with credit card. About how long should that take?
So are you asking so that you know how much to charge?
No, I'm asking because the person seems to be wanting me to be faster, and I'm doing it as fast as I can.
Okay.
And I know I can be a little methodical and think things through and check things over again. So I just want to set a timer.
Okay.
I love this
And
question. Miss Beth, I'm gonna let you go first and take the floor, but I'm gonna tell you my thoughts after. I
Okay.
absolutely love this question, and I think every notary needs to hear the answer.
So 2 documents. You've got to walk in and identify your client, and please don't rush that part. That's the
okay,
most important
it's a
thing.
regular client. It's a
Yeah.
regular client.
You've got to complete your journal entries. You've got to look the document over. We're not reading it, but we want to make sure there's no blank spaces or anything in there that is information that is known that should be filled out. You're going to collect his signature, complete that certificate on both of those documents. It's his document, so we don't have to wait for him to read it. He should know what it says, right? 15, 20 minutes tops.
With the credit card payment.
And then take his credit card payment. If you've got Square set up on your phone, that's all of 1.5 minutes, Stacy. That doesn't take any time.
Okay.
What I don't
Okay.
want you to do is feel like you're being rushed by your signer. That's going to put you in a position where you're going to make a mistake or you're going to compromise what you feel your duties are. So if you need more time, take that time. It just shouldn't be exaggerated, because that will, if you're there an hour, he's probably going to have a problem with that. If you're new, just focus on the journal, the ID, and making sure your certificates are compliant. Okay.
Okay.
Miss Beth,
Thank you.
just my 2 cents on this, Miss Stacy. I love this question. I want everybody to hear this. Doing your job as a notary is really important. We are not Uber cab. Okay. We're not Lyft. We're not on-demand services. We have to show up and do a job. We're there to protect the public. There to make sure that person is who they say they are, that they're coherent, that they understand the document. When you start letting people rush you to do your job, you will start failing at your job. Okay. Now, if you're a loan signing agent and it takes you 3 hours to do a loan package of 100 pages or less, there's a problem. It takes time and experience, but when you're new, take your time. They will either get a great notary experience out of it, or they may, don't worry about those things, because a great notary experience is you did your job. You did what the state is requiring you to do. Okay. If that takes you 20, another person 30, and another person 40, that is fine. They made that choice as a consumer to choose you. The important thing is that when they choose you, you do your job right. We're all operating on different levels. We're all operating at different speeds. We're all operating in a way that makes us us. But the one thing that we can all do together is do it right. We can all uphold our state laws. We can all do what the state expects of us. We can all seek higher education. And if it takes a little bit of time and they don't like it, they're not your customer. And I learned this from a really wonderful person in my life. They said, if the train doesn't stop at your station, it's not your train. So if they don't become a repeat customer because you did your job, it's not your customer. You helped them one time. Your customers will appreciate what you do for them. I know Miss Beth is very methodical. She's also very fast. I've used her as a notary before she became an instructor here. She's, definitely white glove status. But she is not going to go to a table and not do her job. She's going to do her job. And before she came to work here, she was a very highly sought after notary in her area. And we used her in her area. And I was very happy to connect with her. And the first time I used her, never any complaints, but Beth is not going to go to a table if it's going to take an hour or 30 minutes. She's going to be doing her job that entire time. So don't gauge yourself by what other people tell you you should be doing. Gauge yourself by, am I doing my job? If you do your job, there's no problems.
1 minute to close out time, Mr. Mickle. We need a winner.
We do. Kirsten, are you ready to announce who is the winner of the $250 drawing for our Instagram contest?
Yes, so I was doing some totaling. We had some last minute votes in, and our winner tonight is, are you going to put the picture up when I say it?
I'm trying. Go ahead and say it. I'm going to look for it.
It is post number 1.
Okay.
With 133 votes.
Okay, I got it up. We're going to share the screen here. So this is the winner of our $250 contest. Did it get the post up there? Can you guys see it?
It is.
Okay, so this was actually the first entry. This is why it's good to start first of the Starry Night contest. We had wonderful entries, guys. We sent out an email earlier today so you could vote on them. But the one with the most votes at this moment is this drawing, and that is from, is it Tatiana?
Tatiana Sanchez Notary.
Yeah, so Tatiana Sanchez Notary, your kid won.
Yay, yay. Awesome.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Let me stop sharing the screen here. Now, guys, I know we got some hands raised in the gallery, but this year we're going for bite size, right? We got people on the East Coast that have to get in bed. We're trying to keep this at an hour every week. We do this every single week except for holidays. Kirsten just posted in the chat. Don't forget to pre-ask your questions. Miss Beth, who's going to take us home tonight? I actually didn't go over that in the meeting today.
We did go over it in the meeting. You were on another call. It's Kirsten's takeaway.
All right, I'm going to get us started, and Kirsten, you're going to take us away. If you are not naked, if you're not stuffing your face with a sandwich right now, turn on those cameras and let's give our signature wave. And Kirsten, how do we say it professionally here at Notary Stars?
Thank you all for joining today. Remember, as notaries, we're not just witnesses to signatures, we're witnesses to important moments in people's lives. Every document we notarize is a piece of someone's story, and our role is about upholding trust, integrity, and professionalism. Each signing is a chance to make a difference, however small. Keep asking questions, keep seeking guidance, and remember that growth comes from every experience, success, and challenges alike. You got this, and we're here to support you. Until next time, stay inspired and keep moving forward, and have a good night and happy signings.
Good night, everybody. Hey, don't forget to download the chat if you want to keep those links, guys.